Charlie. Thank you for the gift of memberships. Thank you so much. I've just made tea. Give me a second. Alright. I'll change the Yoshi thing. I'll find something else and I'll change the Yoshi thing, alright? Alright? I'm drinking jasmine tea. It's good. Time to take a sip. Hold on. I can't figure out whether I should change it or not. I'd listen to the Yoshi theme if the main instrument was metal pipes swelling. Okay. What the fuck is that emote? Who the fuck? Of course it's 4 milk. Why did you draw that? Yo, Inoshi, thank you very much for the super chat. Good morning. Chocobo theme? Yo! I know what theme you're talking about. Saku, thank you for the super chat. Not allowed to change the music? Alright. Good morning, everybody. Absolutely psychotic emote. I just think it would be hilarious. Like, I don't have emotes on my channel, so you just go to, like, the random, like, people that we hang out with in our streams, and then, like, they stream, right? Like, you go to Taco, you go to 4 Milks, right? Like, you go to all these other people that have emotes that are, like, related to me. It's pretty funny. He emote cuts us! I kinda wanna... I'm in the mood for World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore. I don't know if I'm gonna do that this week, but I'm kind of in the mood for it. But there's a reason why I shouldn't do it, right? I do that, and my D&D prep is just gonna, like, get flushed down the toilet. Jello-Star, I understand, but, like, if I do it, my D&D prep gets flushed down the toilet. I'm trying really hard to get it out and done, and then we'll do our first stream maybe like end of November. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay, hold on. I'm done prepping, so I think it's... we switch over. Okay. Hold on. I know, YouTube chat is all funked up. Alright, you guys happy? There you are. Oh. Good morning. We're dead. He hates YouTube, confirmed. I don't hate YouTube. He hates us. Oh, man. Sid, hello. Good morning. Are you muted? He mutes us. I slept, I think on Monday, I slept like 13 hours. Yesterday, I slept 10 and a half hours. Today, I only slept like 6 hours. And I have like physical therapy, so. I think it was like creeping up on me. I was really tired. I didn't do shit this weekend. Still gotta catch up on the Scribblenauts VOD. I don't know. Should I play more Scribblenauts? There were two things at the end. I was like, what the fuck? I don't know, man. Why would they add that? I can't even like begin to imagine like why a kid, you know? Do I want to? It was fun. I liked it. It was fun. I liked it. I'm recharging mana. If you want to, sure. Ooh, Darkwood. I should probably beat Darkwood. Who is PT? Physical therapy. Ah, Fear and Hunger 2. That's good too. There was another game that I wanted to check out, but now I'm not sure if I should. I talked to Akashi about it a little bit. Do you guys watch Manly Badass Hero? He recently did a playthrough of like this fucking weird game. It's like a real picture FMV, and apparently like the main character has like an OnlyFans or something, and it's like, what the fuck? What the fuck was it called? Oh, I forgot what it was called. Yeah, it looks like a TikTok. No, not the princess one. Shit, what is it called? Excuse me, sir. That's the one. I don't even know if it's a good game. Yo, Night Trap. I kind of want to play Night Trap and Contradiction as well. You guys know Contradiction? You'd know if you're sub to him. That's what I was thinking. What is PT? Rip Skip, hello, good morning. Physical therapy. I got a bum leg and I'm like fixing it up. I love her TikToks, but I don't know about the game. PT is a Silent Hill game that was never released. How are you today, Renan? I hope your physical therapy session get better. Bonnie, I'm doing pretty good. I got a lot of rest, so I feel like pretty good. I'm definitely, you know what I think? I think like I just need to exercise it, because I didn't exercise at all this weekend. Like I didn't walk around anywhere, so it feels like I think worse than usual. I just need to keep walking. Yes, MT is mental training. Exactly. I checked the art tag and I didn't see a gnome sorcerer, but I did see a fan art of a man grabbing Randon's tits. You know what? I respect it. I respect it. Nice. That man, Albert Einstein. I don't go do PT, I only do CBT. We need to do a stream probably this week where we roll the characters, okay? We need to do we're gonna roll the characters. Did you save up enough money to respec your build? Might be worth it instead of grinding some more. Good point. But you're a dumpy kind of guy? Well, it's not what I like, right? It's whatever that it's whatever the individual that did that art did, right? That is into, and that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Where are your fucking channel points? I don't got none, because I'm not monetized, buddy. Why don't you head on over to YouTube? You should have 2 rerolls and you're done with the color spinner. I think you do have to monetize for channel points. I think you do. You also gonna roll up for Goreg Washerson in the second party? That would be kind of funny. That would be kind of hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. This might be too much of a request. But like, if you guys hang out outside of streams, and I sincerely hope you do, I hope like maybe 2 to 4 of the people that actually did submit characters ran D&D. I think the people that rolled up characters, if you guys could like actually play them in a campaign, I would love to see it progressing, right? I like the little cat rogue. That one was like probably my personal favorite. With like the cute dress, and then there's like weapons under the skirt. That one was pretty cute. And then Goreg, obviously, it's got to be Goreg. Yeah, the 300 kittens in like plate armor was really good too. That one was really good. Mandolph is also like really good. I DM for them, but I'm not friends with any of them. I have the EU debuff. Nobody lives in my country, Italy. You're from Italy? I hate distilling like my favorite thing about a country into like what they're producing is cringe, right? But I think like Italian bicycle stuff is like my favorite. Oh, so good. It's too rich for my blood, but one day I want a Colnago. I want one so bad. Dude, Measurehead. I should, yeah, open the Discord, stop having it be closed. Yeah, that's probably, maybe even this week. Maybe. Dabbing Taco, good morning. I start work at midnight. It should be fine, Dynamite. It should be fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Glad everybody liked the Tabaxi suit of armor. Kun, thank you for the art, by the way. But did you see the lore that they built? That it's not actually one Tabaxi, it's like 300 Tabaxi kittens in the armor. I like the idea of it being like functionally immortal, because if it gets down and it loses a death saving throw, it's got 300 of them. But losing a death saving throw means that like a kitten is dead. So it has to lose 300 of them. What do you think? One less racist kitten. Every time you lose a saving throw. Yo, eating Mike Tyson's ass. Thank you so much for the gifted membership. Good morning, good morning. How are you? No name. Timmons Vacation. Thank you for joining membership. Whew. I had an idea for the Barbarian. That's the YouTube chat, right? I don't think I'll let it rage unless I see the entire chat just fill up with like the character rages. The character gets really simplified. I just want you to know that you're not going to be playing it like a normal, like it's been modified, the rules, so that the characters have very simplified actions, okay? We can make that happen. Let's go. Matthew, thank you for the super chat and good morning. You have a campaign setting primer. I prefer someone else to run Gorig so he doesn't become a DM unless someone wants to run the game. I also got a Gorig Funko Pop coming in the mail. Is there an actual George Washington Funko Pop? The campaign setting is weird. I'm just gonna prep you guys for it like right now. It's weird and it's in no part like created because of the limitations of playing D&D where like Twitch chat and YouTube chat are player characters. Give lore. Give lore. What's the fun in that, right? I kind of want you guys to have fun and like explore this weird, mostly humorous and not meant to be taken too seriously, but also there is like a deep lore that's like kind of Fear and Hunger-ish, kind of, but without the stingers, right? Randon Holland it and Squeal. At least tell us who the cannibals are. Chaos Donut. Perhaps the cannibals are the friends that we made all along. Yo, Douglas, thank you for the super chat. The funniest D&D character I ever saw was a low-con halfling barbarian that fainted every time he ended up berserking. He ended berserking. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. No name. Thank you for the super chat. Washington teeth. Oh no! Giant's wisdom teeth. So his teeth are like huge. Valkis, thank you very much for the super chat. By the end of the campaign, it literally is just one tabaxi, roll percentile dice, and determine whether it's racist. Kyo, thank you for the super chat. Just a crumb of spoiler. Okay, just for sushi, I'll give you guys a spoiler. Okay. The setting is a closed location, and there's a barrier where you can go in, but you can't go out. And it's like everything. It's not necessarily things that are alive, it's like everything. So for example, once you're inside the barrier, if you lean like a stick against the barrier from the inside, it'll hold up against it. Does that make sense? The stick won't fall. Kind of an Undertale type situation. Yeah. That's all I'll tell you. And the general goal is to escape. The general goal is to escape with ex-sheriff Rattles McGee. I actually thought it would be funny if like Lando's character was Lando, but I think he's getting really into D&D, and he's like, I think he wanted to roll a character and like role play. And I think like what's the most important part is like whether he has fun. I want to create another D&D addict, another tabletop RPG addict. It would just be funny if like Lando rolled like a human, right? What do I want Lando to play next? Oh man, Lancer would be good. I kind of want to play the homebrew Hunter x Hunter tabletop that I made, which is basically just World of Darkness. Like the dice system is a bunch of D10s, but it's a Hunter x Hunter setting. I don't know how many other people know about Hunter x Hunter. I think Doc knows and likes Hunter x Hunter, so like Lando, Doc Hakase, and maybe like one or two other people, then we could do like Hunter x Hunter. That would be kind of cool. Garo, good morning. Hello. Pop Brother, thank you for the super chat. Hey Randon, I'm going to be crunching at work for the next few weeks, so I wanted to wish you a happy Orcsgiving or whatever you celebrate. Hopefully I'll be freed when you decide to tackle Fear and Hunger Tournament. You know what? Pop Brother was basically the MVP. Pop Brother was like the angel on my shoulder, and Ved was the devil on my shoulder. Maybe I'll wait a few weeks before we play Fear and Hunger 2. How about that? I want them to be there when I'm playing live, right? The insidious thing, the absolutely insidious thing about Ved is that like 80% of the time he gave good advice. And then 20% of the time he's like, hey, go check the meat pile. That would be funny. And then I summoned like a headless wizard that fucking destroyed me. Cool. Finish Darkwood first. That's a good one. That's the best kind of advice. Have you heard about the Pendragon TTRPG? The system is pretty cool. Ooh. I am kind of interested in like the King Arthur mythos. You know what got me like super into it? Just gonna sound incredibly stupid, but like, of course everybody knows about King Arthur, and I was just like, yeah, okay. Freaking Vinland Saga got me into King Arthur mythos. Isn't that crazy? No, not Fate. Akashi, I'm like an old school Fate Stay Night. I played the visual novel when it was like fan translated. Freaking Vinland Saga got me into the King Arthur mythos. Isn't that weird? Excuse me? Archaic, bro, I'm not gonna fucking say that out loud. You know what? I'm just gonna say it. They kept Princess Peach's dildo in the remake? What are you talking about? Excuse me? What? Thank you for the super chat, Archaic, bro. This is for the Randon Broadsword fun. Suggested by Anstant. Here's the thing. I can't invest in learning how to use a sword because the sword requires way too much technique. Did you guys know this? It's like incredibly hard to learn how to use the sword properly. I think a sword is like a longbow to like a spear is like a crossbow, right? You can take kendo lessons? I guess so. I don't know. Too much blade? Not enough haft? I don't think swords are that heavy. Are they? If you want to learn it quickly, then it's hard. Yeah. I practiced HEMA sword fighting for a couple of years. There's a ton of tech to it. Yeah, it's very like technique intensive. It depends on the sword. I did like not a year, but I did like one school year. This was when like HEMA was starting out. My school had one, and then I hung out with them, and it was like pretty cool. I was also in the archery like club. It was cool. How the fuck did your school have swords and bows? Yo, Weatherman? My school. My school had a polo club. These motherfuckers riding horses. It's like, what? I see no horses here, and there were no horses on campus, but like they like drove a bus out into the boonies and like practiced polo. It's crazy. Is it? Nunya, is it cool? I don't know. I don't know if that's cool or not. I never partook, ever. But I know they had one. Bunch of rich ass bougie fucks, exactly. I think water polo is pretty cool. You wear the little Speedos, and it's like, yeah, okay. Did they have a host club? Randon equals Ojo-sama. No, that wasn't good. I can do better than that. Give me a second. Give me a minute or two. I could do better. Did you go to school in a carriage? No, I didn't. Oh, they definitely had a bunch of sports clubs. Although I remember my school was terrible in every sport. Like dead last in everything. Except maybe fencing, if I recall. Fencing? Okay, you know how you think about the Roman Empire like 3 times a week? I basically think about cuts and plates at least once a day. Let's go. Fleshy, how are you? Good morning. Oh, my back. Did you hear me crack my neck? Bitch went to Otori Academy. Tired but alive? Ain't that me? I love how the worst schools with sports focus on so hard on sports. It's hilarious. Oh, you didn't hear me crack my neck? Okay. Jam, thank you for making me lose the game. Long Live the Queen was a really good game. You remember how I spent like an hour backtracking so that I could learn climbing, and I turned my princess into a monkey princess? And then the check did nothing. The climbing check did literally nothing, and I wanted to just freaking end it all. It was ridiculous. She failed every time. Climbing superiority. The monkey princess. There's no way a new Outer Wilds DLC is coming out. I'm streaming that. I heard there's a new, what's the fishing game? The boat fishing game? You guys know what I'm talking about? There's a boat fishing game. It's Dredge. I think I might play Dredge. Yes. Oh, it's just a re-release for Switch? Damn it. I'm gonna play Dredge. I forgot that you played Dredge. Dredge is really good. Daima, we gotta think of something interesting for the... Oh, well, we gotta name them, right? We already have a name for the barbarian. The plasmoid barbarian. We need to find a name for the... Actually... Maybe we'll let the creator name the sorcerers. The sorcerer. Repairing this ship. You have too many games piled up. Well, Fear and Hunger for sure, but we're putting a pin in it until Pup Brother comes back. What other games do I want to play? Slay the Princess is a proper existential dread and eldritch horror, not gonna lie. Should I play that? I'm on a Bluetooth headset cooking downstairs. I kind of want like something like if the barbarian rages from like chat interaction, I kind of want the sorcerer to do something too. I don't know what. You have any plans for Orcs Giving next week? I might have to do family stuff. I might be gone for Thanksgiving. I'm trying to weasel my way out of it, but I think if I weasel my way out of it, I might have to do Christmas stuff regardless, right? Yo, Wild Magic might be really good. Can you build Goku in D&D? Probably a monk. Dylan, I would build Goku as a monk, and I would like overpower him like a Baldur's Gate 3 monk, right? Like a strength tavern brawler build with like all the equipment so that he does like a gajillion damage and he attacks like 12 times in one turn. Don, thank you for the super chat and good morning. What up? I had a dream last night where you were doing a stream where you just looked on Google Maps for something for really shitty houses in the woods. You say, oh yeah, that's perfect. Chat, buy that house. All right, I'm gonna level with you. I had like an okay amount saved when I was working my office job, and I have like an okay amount saved right now. I could buy a house in like rural, I don't know, Wyoming, right? And I'm like tempted to, but there's one thing that I require, and it's fiber internet. I refuse. Reddit becomes a Ted Kaczynski streamer. No. First of all, isn't that motherfucker like a math genius? That ain't me. I need fiber internet. I need you guys to teach me like where I could live in the absolute middle of nowhere. I'm not gonna become a satellite streamer. I need fiber internet, and I need to be able to buy an entire house for like 50K. Ask Leaflet? Maybe. I biked around in Wisconsin, and I think Wisconsin at the right time of the year is like one of the most beautiful places in the world. I've traveled to like Japan, I've traveled to a bunch of areas. Wisconsin is probably absolutely miserable in the winter, but if you go in the right time of the year, pretty great. I want to live in the middle of nowhere. I want to be clear, like I want to live in the middle of nowhere. Have fiber internet, and we're good. Just assume where I will live will turn into a humid swamp at some point in the next 50 years. Wisconsin winter is what hell is based off of. I would kind of love to move to Europe, but I don't think it's like feasible. It's probably really difficult to immigrate. Probably. We will build our own fiber. All right, I'm gonna say something and it might piss you guys off, right? I have actually semi-seriously looked into like immigrating to Canada. And it's incredibly hard. It's like, oh shit, it's really hard. They're like, hey, do you do programming? No? Then fuck off. Then frig off. Do you program? No? Then frig off. It's like, I have a bachelor's degree. Is it a bachelor's degree in programming? No? Then frig off. It's like, ah, damn it. It's actually pretty hard. Laughs in Python. Wait, why is it so strict? I think like a lot of people want to move to Canada, so they make it like extremely hard. No, Big Ham. They made it difficult to study there too, right? Did you guys hear about that? There was like this weird like, it was like a bait and switch or something. Like people would get like lured over to like study, and then like they're like, oh, the school filled up or something. You're telling me people actually want to live there? I want to live there. The internet is fast. If you live in like an area that's not Vancouver or Toronto, the land is cheap. The only bad thing is that I heard if you want to get anything shipped in Canada, it's like they take like a little piece of your pinky. And once you run out of pinkies, they're like, oh, you can't get shit shipped over anymore. Too bad. It's like legit like $30 to like get anything shipped to your house in Canada, I heard. Chaos Donut, I heard there's a housing crisis, but only in like Toronto and Vancouver. Anything outside is like, outside of those two cities is like pretty good. Move to Montana, there's no one there. I would love to move to Montana. I don't think there's Amazon Prime in Canada, but don't quote me on that one. Anyway, my point is that fell through. That's not gonna happen because it's too difficult, right? Also, you know, it's just easier to stay where I am, right? If I was the guy in charge of like immigration and like like I came through and it's like, oh, what's your job? What do you do? It's like, oh, I'm a streamer. It's like, no, absolutely not. Go away. Right? I don't know. That's like saying you're human garbage. Proof of income is so rough, especially when you do something niche like streaming. Yeah, basically. My brother-in-law's from Canada and it was a pain in the ass for him to move to the US. Yeah, I mean, alright, Temzu, I'm saying like, I'm not saying that like it's super easy the other way around. It's probably difficult like everywhere to, you know? Listen, I would live in a shack with an outhouse if it had fiber. If I had to choose between like indoor plumbing and fiber internet, I would choose fiber internet. I'm like, oh, perfect. Nah, don't worry, I could insulate it myself. Don't worry about it. And just use like dead leaves or something. Via sponsors, Twitch, PayPal, you have to provide all that. Yeah, it's tough. I should work on like sponsorships. I really should. Bro, how are you reading both chats at once? I have them right next to each other. You know what it reminds me of? I feel like a grandfather with two grandchildren. And one is better behaved and one like hates me. One absolutely hates me and one is like better behaved. Can you tell which one is which? I'll give you a hint. The one that Anston is on is the one that hates me. That's the hint. Oh my god. Move to rural Washington and find a coven of vampires to wipe out their family line. I'd love to see Randon themed hats and stuff. My boss is named Randon, so I can't wait to freak him out with it. What? That's his name? If we were monetized, you'd love us. But Corona, I like the fact that you guys have no ads. Even YouTube is cracking down on the ads, right? It wouldn't surprise me if like the viewers that like, you know, the viewers that don't like have the stability to like, you know, subscribe or anything like that, like they just hang out in the Twitch chat because it's easier, right? Anyways, so I did like serious research into like what's the rural spot that has fiber, right? Apparently there's like a city in Utah that has Google Fiber. And then I was like, oh cool, right? But apparently it's like it's like a city because it's like a Mormon university or something. It's like I don't wanna no disrespect to like Mormons, right? But I don't think I want to live in like Why do they have Google Fiber? Like I don't understand. Time to get 3 wire. Have you guys read Mark Twain? Mark Twain wrote a book about like traveling across the United States. And he wrote things that are like, that would definitely get him canceled, but it's also fucking hilarious, right? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I want you to know that I don't condone the shit that he said, and I would never say that. But I'm gonna level with you, like, it's pretty fucking hilarious. I remember cracking up, like, reading it. Can I just, like, let you... Alright, Sushi, I'm gonna tell you what he said when he visited Utah, but you have to promise me that you're not gonna take it as something that I said or that I condone, right? Okay, this is what Mark Twain said, right? Mark Twain was talking about how Mormons were like weird and barbaric to him, right? He's like, they practice polygamy. That is not okay. I hate that. That is the worst thing I've ever heard. It's barbaric. It's uncivilized, right? And then he got off the carriage or whatever, the train in Utah, and then he looked around and he's like, these Mormon men are doing God's work. They are so incredibly benevolent and selfless. I can't believe they're willing to marry more than one Mormon woman. He's such an asshole. I think it's real. It's definitely real. And I remember reading it being like, what the fuck? Legal Defense Fund donation. Thank you, Leonardo. Thank you. Thank you. Listen, he's just a little guy. You gotta leave him alone. He's dead. What are you gonna do? He doesn't care if you cancel him. He's dead. Oh my god, Doc. I've heard the soaking rumor, but I don't know whether it's true or not. Do you guys know Bear Taffy? Bear Taffy is my favorite, like, because apparently I think they're just like, they talk about it a lot, so it's not like secret. Bear Taffy talks about being like Mormon, because I think both him and his wife like grew up Mormon, and they're no longer practicing, but they talk about like the weird shit that they had to do all the time. No, you don't know Bear Taffy? Yeah, the streamer. He did dude, Bear Taffy's the guy that got me into Darkest Dungeon, Nunya. Yeah. I love him. I like his voice. I like everything about him. Oh man, I can't recommend him enough. I think he's more like a casual streamer now, but yeah. Hold on. I wanna show you his rap video. Bear Taffy. Rap. I don't think you would get most of this unless you like watched it. Yes, Spelunky. Go watch. It's him making fun of Northern Lion. I love it. Yo, Chev, good morning. Thank you for the super chat. Yo, Orc Bro, what up, Orc Bro? It's Orc Bro, everybody. Anyway. Do you know about Mormon soaking? I think Bear Taffy has talked about it before. I think he said it's like kind of true, but not really. Like it turned into a meme. Does it occur to them that maybe God isn't too stupid to fall for a legal loophole? I think legalism is definitely like often taken to an extreme. Well, do you want to get like philosophical up in this fucking house? Do you want to talk about it? I'm scared to ask, but what is soaking? Skeletor. It's a very good question. Soaking is where you put it in, but you don't do the thrust. You don't do the old in out, in out. You just chill for a little bit. And it's not coitus because there's no movement. There's no friction being generated. The friction is really like the key to the kingdom, correct? Bro, this is the second time I've heard this explanation in my life. I'm gonna cry. It sounds pointless. I'm gonna tell you how many songs did you lose? Five and crowd. Thank you very much for the super chat. Every dollar or euro generated is one more rep for rent into physical therapy. Soaking, you mean marinating? Anyway. You gotta marinate them. Mormons are wild. Listen. It's fine. It's okay. They can do whatever they want. I'm a big believer in like as long as you're not fucking with anybody else's day, you can do whatever you want. It's fine. Let them soak to their heart's content. It's fine. What do you do with the hot dog water? Yo. What would I do with the hot dog water? I heard there's like a point. There's a point where like you could light the oil on top of the hot dog water on fire. What do you guys think? Any soakers in chat? I'm so lost right now. None your business. Thank you for joining membership. Thank you. Okay. LaFish, hello, good morning. Wait, Amish and Mormon are different things? They're very different things. LaFish, they're like extremely different. Amish. I biked across Amish country and they seem pretty chill. Amish. Is my Hoshi for real? Amish, fine. What's the best way to tell the difference? You'll know an Amish person when you meet one because they dress a very specific way, right? Mormons, you're not going to be able to tell. Like a Mormon might look like Mitt Romney. Like you can't tell. You just like literally will never be able to tell. It's just like a person. The Amish are lit. Kind of. I kind of like them. Brandon, stop. They ride bicycles too. Did you know that? I remember biking across and I saw like rows and rows of bicycles. And I think like it's mostly like the younger people in Amish country. They ride a lot of bicycles. What else do I remember about? In a way, Brandon is already halfway to being Amish. Do they get fiber internet? I'm almost certain that they do not, Big M. Could you imagine? Could you imagine the oversight that it would take, like a fiber internet company to be like, we should lay lines in like Amish country. We're gonna make a killing. 0%. Like I don't think they use the internet. Good luck at PT today if you have an appointment. I do, Bunny. Yeah. Are you gonna head out? Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Why did we change this topic? I need to find like a place in the middle of nowhere to live. I would build a shack. I don't even need a house. Like I'll buy the land, build a shack, and get fiber. Like, yeah. I'll shit in a hole outside. I don't care. But I need fiber. Rando and Lando start an Amish mega church. How about a cave? You know what? I'll take a cave. I'll live in a cave. Just mules and spools of fiber. Not even the FBI could make me say that out loud. Sneak into a port and live in a container? Maybe. Just eat your greens and grains, plenty of fiber in that. I don't know. Where would I live? You can come to Scandinavia, pick any of the countries here, and they'll meet your criteria. Sparse population, spread out in mostly big cities, wide country, good internet, good people. Yeah, but Nunya, the hard thing is like the process of moving would be like incredibly difficult, right? Like for me, I like winter. I like the cold weather. Because it's a good reason to stay inside, which is good for me, right? Just marry? Oh yeah, I'll just go over to the marriage tree and get my marriage ladder out and unfold it and then climb the marriage ladder to try to pick the marriage fruit and then fall off the marriage ladder and break my neck and die. Yeah, okay. It's dangerous out there, buddy. It's dangerous out there. You have no idea. And hit the marriage stump on the way down, break my freaking back. Sounds like a skill issue. This is why you're doing PT. Marriage is like chaos. It's like a ladder. God, I can't even. I remember that. Oh my God, Game of Thrones. Jam, thank you for the super chat. Cold weather and joys are based. It's kind of good. I don't know. Nomi, thank you for the gifted membership once again. I don't know. Go to rural Spain and buy a house with fiber for like 50K. They give you a visa for that. A visa? So I have to like go back? Like I have to move back and forth? If it's like super rural, would they bother sending out like a cop to kick me out of the country so I could reset my visa? Or are they just like not gonna bother? Who knows? Jockey Latrix, take care. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. Just come to Greenland. We have ice and dried fish. I don't know. I don't really want to move. I just want to sit in a place and stream until I die. Is that weird? Also, I do kind of want to visit Lando, like maybe a couple times a year, and then we'll do IRL D&D. That is something that I do want to do. Northeast US? Dude, isn't that the most expensive place in the US? Northeast is the best. Alaska? I'm not going to Alaska. If I go to, all right, it's not because I hate Alaska. I love Alaska, right? Onyx, if I go to Alaska, like my entire family has placed bets that I'm gonna be the crazy old man of my generation. Like my uncle. I've completed like the prophecy if I go to Alaska. I can't. RIP Alaska bros. Exactly, the weird uncle. What do you mean you already are? What do you mean? What do you mean I mean you are? What are you talking about? Listen. What's the case against Texas aside from no winter? Isn't the property like pretty expensive there? I don't think there's like fiber in like rural Texas, right? There is like good internet, but it's like in the major cities, and it's like super fucking expensive, right? I don't need wages, right? That's not something that I would, you know. Yo, Rockmall, thank you for being a member for 1 month. Thank you. My area used to be rural, now there's a bunch of stinky humans. If you live in rural Texas, you also have to fight the NATOs. Yeah, the tornadoes, I think I've told you about this. Tornadoes are like terrifying, right? Absolutely terrifying. I'd move to Norway or Finland in a heartbeat. Kind of me too. Kind of me too. But it's hard, right? I don't think like people are like, oh, you just get married. Like, is there a way without tying myself to another person to get me to like move there? No, right? Like, there's no way. Like, there's no fucking way. Fuck off, you went for a beer in the midst of one. It can't be that bad. In my defense, I was even stupider back then than I am now. Lenny, can you imagine that? Think about how stupid I am right now, where it's just like, I don't know what an adjective is, right? I don't know what an adjective is, right? And imagine me being even stupider, and that was like me back then. Unfathomable. Take me to the Shire. okay. You're onto something there, Fleshy. The Shire is like kind of cool. Would you live in a house or would you live in a hole? Did you guys know that there's only two types of hobbits that live in a hole? The very, very rich and the very, very poor. And if you're very rich, it's more like, this is like a classic, these are my roots, right? And if you're very poor, it's like you're so poor you have to dig a hole in the ground and you just live there. Did Frodo even have a job? Yeah, Frodo was a trust fund baby. But it's kind of true, right? Lord of the Rings chads, can we meet and quorum? Frodo Baggins was kind of a trust fund baby, right? He pretty much was. That was his occupation. His fucking parents drowned because they were yachting / boating, right? Like, this is canonical. Like, Frodo Baggins was originally, I believe he was a Bucklander, right? And his fucking rich ass parents went yachting and they died yachting. And then his even richer uncle was like, okay, I'll inherit you into my family because I never married and had children. And don't look too deep into that. Bilbo is a 1%er. Sam only tagged along so he wouldn't lose his job. He kind of was a dick to Sam. That's true. It's true. Saku, thank you for the super chat. My very true incentive to so I own my own house. Giga Blast. What the hell is Giga Blast? That sounds like a Taco Bell drink. What the fuck is Giga Blast? My work provides good insurance. The downfall is living in Vegas. What is Giga Blast? This sounds like a freaking Taco Bell drink. Who in the Fellowship was not wealthy? Samwise Gamgee was not wealthy, although he ended up wealthy. Legolas? He's probably wealthy. He was a prince, right? Bilbo mad sus. Sam was the proletarian hero. Listen, Sam inherited Bag End and he became the mayor of the Shire, right? He betrayed you in the end. He took his chance at fabulous wealth and he just cut and run. Gimli was loaded, but he was blessed to never give a shit about money, right? He became like the richest dwarf in the world, but he had like gold had no power over him, which is like kind of based. And then him and his lover Legolas built a boat and then like boated to the Undying Lands together at the end of the world. Gimli was like kind of 10 out of 10. I do love Gimli. The thing that I like about Gimli was that like he was kind of a dick in the beginning, right? He was kind of like, I hate elves. And then like at the end of like the Lord of the Rings, he's like an elf stan. Right? I think Gimli is like one of the best characters in Lord of the Rings. Him and Theoden. Theoden is really cool. He became an elf simp. Exactly. Wait, do I get banned from Twitch for saying that? Twitch bros, can you chime in? I definitely remember like 2.5 years ago, there was like, if you say simp on Twitch, they'll ban you. Like Keith Twitch will ban you. Real? Hey Frank, good morning. Horse Appreciator, thank you for the blank super chat. I'm guessing you were trying to type something. Horse Appreciator, what were you trying to say? What the fuck? That wasn't even real. People are stupid. Okay. No words from me, King. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. Dwarves had reason not to be overly keen on elves, but they also didn't really interact much. And Gimli spent a bunch of time hanging out with a cool elf in dangerous situations. It's true, Lawrence. It's true. But what about, shit. What is it called? Oh, fuck. My Lord of the Rings lore is like going down the toilet. I need to reread it. There was the area outside of Moria, right? Where they were friends. Those were the high elf, like, smiths, right? The smithing people. There were elves that liked to, like, craft jewelry, and they were pretty good friends with the dwarves in ancient times. I forgot what they were called. No. Mirkwood, the Greenwood is, like, the wood elf area. There was, like, oh, shit, what was his name? Not Rivendell. It was the dude that created the Elven rings. Fuck. Celebrian? Was that his name? Not Celeborn. Celebrian? Celebrimbor! I think it was Celebrimbor. Right? The elf that created the Elven rings was like a big, him and his posse were like big like crafting, smithing people, right? He was cool with the dwarves, correct? Like, not only was he cool, like, they were actually, like, buddies. I think in the books, it was just, like, he actually spent more time with dwarves than other elves, right? Right? But then, like, he got owned. He got super owned. And then he just disappeared. Like, he went off to the Undying Lands, because he was a weirdo? Yeah. I think he was the guy who made the prototypes. Yeah, I think so. Something like that. Wasn't there an elf in the mythical era of Middle-earth that created these three super... Yes! Was he an elf? Fuck, I know what you're talking about. Feanor. He was Smith Maxing. He was Smith Maxing. Yeah, the Silmarillion I've read, but I just like, I glassy eyed like 80% of it because it's so dense. I like elves when they're super fucking pissed off. I was actually thinking about this like a month ago. The very first dwarf was Durin, right? And he was called Durin the Deathless. And he kept reincarnating, right? But then he stopped reincarnating after a certain point. Is there a lore reason why he stopped reincarnating? Can any of the people that know more about Lord of the Rings like chime in and tell me why? He like reincarnated like 18 times and then after a while he's just like, I'm good. He forgot to? Go fuck yourself. That can't be true. By the way, I think I should get ready in about like 15-20 minutes so that I can make it there on time. Lucy, good morning. Someone say reincarnation. He went fuck this and stayed dead. True in canon. He can only do it 7 times. Teach me. He got tired of all the fake hoes. Maybe he reached enlightenment and Buddha. He stopped for a long time, but there was one last reincarnation after the events of the Lord of the Rings. That is deep lore. I like it. He nutted so hard. His refractory period lasted like 8,000 years. The Silmarillion requires a couple rereads. I think I read it twice. I read it right after reading Lord of the Rings for the first time as like a 13-year-old, and I thought I was so advanced and intelligent. I like glassy-eyed it, and then I read it again as a college student, and I was still glassy eyed. It was like too, it was too dense for me. Maybe I could try it again. I don't know. The audiobook version of Silmarillion is pretty cool. Okay, okay. I would love to know about like why Durin stopped reincarnating and what he did in his last reincarnation. It was never meant to be a book. He will be reincarnated 7 times. Oh. Technically, apart from marriage, you could also apply for residence through work-related reasons. So I've read let's create a VTuber agency in a desired country and join it uses the basis for getting a residence permit. Could you imagine? No. Dude, Sindarin. Okay, which one is Sindarin? Which one is Kenya? Do you know what I'm talking about? The two elf languages. One is like High Elf and one is some other type of elf language. It might be like the 2 languages in Norway, right? There's like something and Bokmal. Bokmal. I don't know how to pronounce it. There's like a country, I think it's Norway. They have like 2 languages. It's like, what the fuck? Why? Not Kenya. Quenya? Kanye? Shut up. Yeah, like that. Kenya? Quenya? I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce that. Norsk and Bokmal. Exactly. Wait, how do you know that? I took a linguistics class. And my professor was super interested in like how that formed, like why there are 2 languages, and they're both state languages, right? Bro, look up the languages of Indonesia. Valkis, I heard that Indonesia has like literally like 600 languages. It's like, oh shit. Sindarin is the common elf tongue. Quenya is spoken by elves who came from the Undying Lands. Oh. Got lions and tigers. Forget Norway. The Philippines. Yo, all. Good morning. How are you? How are you? Oof. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I want to move into the boonies. I want to live into the middle of nowhere, and it's the easiest if it's like in the States, right? Just because I don't need to go through like a process where it's just like, ah, man, I gotta fill out forms, I gotta prove that I can live, right? Where would I want to move? I think more north than south, I think. I would like to live near Yellowstone, if that's possible, which is like mostly Wyoming, I believe. Do you ever just sit in your toilet water? I have never in my entire life sat in my toilet water. So if it blows up, you go out immediately. Is that still a thing? Yes, I think Yellowstone is beautiful. I visited there like 3 or 4 times. The Midwest is pretty chill, especially in the northern reaches. Yeah. Move to Portland and be the least weird person? I've been to Portland. What do I remember about Portland? Let me think. It's a really good biking city. It's pretty good. It rains a lot. What else do I remember? They have really good ice cream. I remember that. I don't know why, but the ice cream is like next level in Portland. What are you talking about, Instant? Kalen, like I said, if you want Scandinavian but don't want to actually move there, I would if I could, but I don't think I can. Live in the upper Midwest like Minnesota and Wisconsin. I would love to live in Minnesota and Wisconsin, but I think it might be too expensive. Housing prices in Missouri are pretty good if you don't mind there actually being nothing there. That's a plus for me that there's nothing. I biked across Missouri, like all the way across, and I found it like pretty nice. But then again, I spent the vast majority of my time in Missouri on the Katy Trail. So like I wasn't in any city, right? The Katy Trail was beautiful. Move to Charles Bronson, Missouri. Is that real? What do you consider expensive for housing? I think like 100K for the house is out of my range. I would like to pay 50K or even under if I could. Which is like, can you? Just live in a tent? What am I, like an Animal Crossing character? So a trailer? I would happily live in a trailer. If I would be a trailer park boy if it had fiber. I would. Because really the only thing I want to do is stream and maybe go biking. I would be a trailer park boy for sure. Like no hesitation. Would you be Randy or Leahy? I don't think I'm a Leahy because I don't give a shit about like authority. I don't want people to respect me. I think I'm more of a Randy than a Leahy. I'm gonna level with you. Madi, thank you very much for the super chat. You should move to Lake Tahoe, make friends with Hank the Tank. Dude, I know about Hank the Tank. He's like approaching like perfect orb shape, right? Every time I see a picture of that motherfucker, he's getting rounder. I love it. I have Randon in boxes. DM if you want to move to your island. Did you know that Hank is 3 different bears? Is it like 3 different bears in one trench coat? Move to Muldraugh, Kentucky! My favorite like piece of Kentucky lore is that Abraham Lincoln was asked, I think he was asked like what his chances of election are or something, and he was like, I hope to have God on my side, but I must have Kentucky. It's like, oh shit. It's kind of spicy. Like people were super religious back then. I like how when you Google Muldraugh, Kentucky, it shows the actual city than the Project Zomboid map. That's legit hilarious. I think it is true, Jeller. I think it's like Jeller. I think it's like an actual true like Lincoln fact that he said that in like an interview or something. Yeah, Muldraugh is real. I'm pretty sure. Kentucky is real. I think the mayor of the city is kind of aware of their meme status as a location. How do you pronounce my name, you wonder? The answer is always yes. Okay. Noted. There's an island that you can move in Norway without papers? Okay. They only ask for money? Okay, okay. Tell me more. Do they have fiber on that island? That would be like absolutely incomprehensible if that island has fiber. Move to Arkansas for the funny city names like Wiener, Goobertown, and Toadsuck. That's an orc town name if I've ever heard it. Toadsuck is definitely like an orc town. I love it. Fiber or bust. If you run out of money, you get is also polar bears. What? Move to the micronation of Sealand. I know exactly what you're talking about, Verdindy. There's like a dude that bought like an oil platform or something, right? And then he made his own country. Does it have fiber there? I doubt it. Stark Maximum, thank you for the super chat and good morning. Have you ever heard of Fabula Ultima? It's a TTRPG based off of SNES PS1 era RPGs. The art is amazing. It's pretty simple. You might like it. Ooh. For me, I like to be a player before I become like a DM. I'll have to like look into it. Matthew, thank you for the super chat. Brandon, I'm cosplaying as a Zomboid survivor for Anime NYC this weekend. Which is better, a crowbar or an axe? Listen, I will say this until I'm dead in the ground, right? You crowbar first until you have high maintenance, and then you use the axe. There are a finite amount of axes in the world. You need to save that shit. So you crowbar until you have very high maintenance, and then you axe, right? If you start with the axe, you deal damage, but then your axe will break very quickly, and then you have no axes, right? I think you just always start with a crowbar. And if possible, get an ability to, dude, that's an unpopular opinion. Crowbar stands are cultists and the maintenance is overrated. How is maintenance overrated? Just go hit a tree with a crowbar to grind maintenance. Is that an actual tactic? Did I learn something new? Can you actually grind maintenance by hitting a tree with a crowbar? And I love you too, dog. I love you too. I sincerely hope that you're like a manifestation of every dog that exists and has ever existed and will ever exist, and I love you with all of my heart. I do love dogs. I just don't think that I'm in a place in my life where I could properly take care of one, because they need a lot of maintenance, right? What's your opinion about Halligan bars? What is a Halligan bar? I don't know what that is. Get an orange cat. I love orange cats because they're dumb and cute. Brandon, if you move to Sealand, you can grab the deck while riding a goat, and that's not a euphemism for anything. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Oh yes, Fabula Ultima, the creator is Italian. Oh. Can confirm I have a dumb fat orange cat. Yeah. I just looked up a Halligan bar. Holy shit, it's like a dire crowbar. Yo, Chuya, thank you for stopping by. Hope your work goes well. A cat makes more sense, but I do not think that I will get a pet until like I'm in more or less like a permanent place to live, right? And that means finding a shack in like the middle of nowhere in Wyoming that inexplicably has fiber internet, and I can set up like a crossbow range in the backyard, and then buy a working replica of a Genoese crossbow and just become like a Genoese crossbowman with like the crazy bright outfit with the poofy pants. You know what I'm talking about? The poofy shorts all the way in. Because you could find a million pipes, so weapon durability is kind of meaningless. I guess it's true. I legitimately think short blunt is a better weapon category than crowbars. Also baseball bats. Baseball bats are pretty great. I'm not gonna lie. Why Genoese? What have you got against PN1? Listen, we're getting too deep into like the regional city-states of Southern Europe now. It's getting too... Next, you're gonna ask me what I felt about the siege of Candia, right? I can't talk to you about that because I can't. You can't draw me into like Candia discourse. It's been like 250 years, 300, 400. I don't know how many years it's been. It's too soon. It's too soon. Rebel scum! It's way too political. The Siege of Cadia! Yes, yes. So what is your opinion on the Siege of Candia? Bivinka, I'm not gonna fall for that. I'm not gonna fall for that. Some Zoomer's gonna make a TikTok if I answer that question, and it's over for me. It's literally over. I'm gonna have to go back to an office job. Randon, can we do a stream where we hunt you for sports? What if we do like Minecraft SMP where you guys are trying to kill me? We'll do like me versus the mods and I'll die instantly, and then we'll open it up to like members of the community, and it's just me being killed over and over again because I don't know how to play Minecraft. Okay, I'm invested again. Orc hunt. Bro, you need to start loving yourself someday. Randon Community Apex Tournament where the only mission is to kill Randon's squad. I'll get some cracked people to like be my bodyguards. Yeah, but you have suspiciously really lucky item drops. I know what you're referring to. Is Joe over for you, bucko? Mods protect you while everyone else hunts you. That might be pretty good. That might be pretty good. I don't know any... Wait. Didn't you propose a game of Team Fortress 2 where both you and Lando were the team captain? We're like the kings in a chess game. Yeah. We're like the kings in a chess game. And the goal is to like kill me or Lando. You mean like a double Saxton Hale mode? You would love to kill me in Minecraft? Can I please be on Lando's team? Have you seen those TikToks where it's like a live stream of medieval knights preparing for a siege? Are they getting one last JO session cranked out before the siege begins? I don't know, man. Hey, sieges are incredibly stressful. Don't judge. I see you, Stacy. Don't judge. Sieges suck. You gotta crank that. Exactly. Discord when? That's right. I'll figure it out. I'm de-stressing right now. Like the Siege of Candy. Yo, Bannerlord! I want to play Mountain Blade 2, but I have played 0 hours of it. And I'm worried that like people, like I feel like Mountain Blade might be like the perfect game for me. But I put 0 hours into it and I'm scared to be bad at it. I feel like it could be my new FTL. It's something that I've been thinking about a lot. Time to change it on stream. How good is Mountain Blade 2? Not Mountain Blade, Mount and Blade. Everybody is bad at it. Do it, it's fun being bad. I really enjoy the original. We love watching you be bad. It's pretty good. I haven't played 2 yet. I've been playing 1 since the alpha. Mountain Blade is my favorite game. Why are we mounting blades? It sounds like it would hurt. Stacy, the trick is to turn it upside down. Not the handle. The haft. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's called. The pommel. Just get one with a custom shaped pommel. Okay? I don't know. What if it has 2 edges? Like a freaking Sith lightsaber? What? Would it still be called a sword at that point? Mountain Pet Dragon. One time Lando and I for some reason were at a Home Depot and we were looking, he was looking at a giant safe. This is like a window into the madness of Professor Lando, right? I don't remember why, but we were hanging out at a Home Depot. We were at a Home Depot. We weren't hanging out at a Home Depot. We were there to buy something. And Lando like looks over and he's just like transfixed on something. And I look where he's looking and it's like a giant safe, right? And he walks up to the safe and he opens it and he's like, I have an idea for a bit. He's like, what if I'm like, all right, students, I'm gonna get out the big guns. Are you ready? And then he's gonna like, it's gonna be a comically long bit where he's like opening the safe and it takes like a gajillion, like it's like a and then like he has to do the turn part and then a handprint and then like a retinal scan like with his eyeball, and then he opens the safe and it's just filled with bad dragons. And then without missing a beat, no embarrassment, no, oh god, I don't know, like he like blank face, he pushes the bad dragons to the side and he pulls out the thing that for the bit, and then he closes the safe again and then he continues on. And I was like, Lando, you're gonna spend, the safe itself costs like $1,800 and buying every bad dragon is probably also gonna cost a couple $1,000. You're gonna spend $3,000 for a bit? And he's like, yeah, absolutely. He's fucking crazy. It's a tax write-off. He's committed, I'll give him that. I do fear for us if we ever if we ever somehow gain the ability to do every stupid thing that we want to do. I do fear for both of us. We're both so stupid, we would like waste all of our money. Could you imagine that? I don't know. I feel like it's not okay. Y'all are gonna die. Exactly. We would be like those lottery winners who lose it all in a few years. We're enablers. Yes! Pine Sol shots. I can't believe you remember that. We're so stupid. The skull emoji. How much for a 55-gallon barrel of lube on Amazon? I would never buy a pet chimp. I would probably not even like do a collab with like a rescue or like a zoo or something and just like hang out with a chimp. I would never do that. Cause I know all of you freaking psychopaths in my chat will be like, oh, perfect. Now we can settle it once and for all. Randon, go fight that chimp. I'm not gonna do it. What about a raccoon? Raccoons are vicious. They're also like, a lot of them have rabies, right? The chimp would be our new Oshi. Fight a possum? Aren't they like cowards? I think I could fight and win against a possum. The chimp discussion is evergreen. Can we agree that like... Can we agree that if I had a spear, I could take a chimp? If both of us had spears, I would be able to take... No, 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 sure, yes. Hello, Pims. It's possible? You're even more fucked. He'd run you through? Oh my god. It's like that Simpsons bit where Grandpa Simpson is chasing after a turtle that stole his dentures, and then he's like, oh, he bit me! And then he's being chased by a turtle with big teeth. Do you remember that? It's like me versus the monkey, and the monkey steals my spear. Why are you so obsessed with fighting chimps? It's because my own Moonshao. All right, can we talk about it? Moonshao, we're gonna talk about it. My own beloved community that I would take a bullet for. I would do anything for you motherfuckers. And you're here in my house saying, oh, you can't take a chimpanzee. It hurts me to my core. Honestly, it hurts me to my core. No, you wouldn't. Bro, your face would get bitten off. Maybe I'll bite the chimpanzee's face off. Have you ever thought about that? You ever thought about that? I'm begging you to watch Tear Zoo. Get your crossbow first and then you could take it. In hand to hand, I don't think anybody could beat a chimp that's armed. Wow. Armed? With like a knife? Yeah. Dark Hand is 0, thank you for the super chat. We're telling you that because we like you having a face. Me too. I highly recommend it. I don't think that it's like necessary to live or enjoy life. Right? But having a face is like pretty cool. That's not an extreme statement, right? Is that an extreme statement? Okay, maybe no monkey, but maybe 500 crabs. Kind of controversial, IDK. It's too political. The Travis the Chimp shit is horrifying. Lady got her face torn off and lost all of her fingers. I get it. I get it. Would you punch a baby for 500k USD? I'm gonna tell you like right now, Regulus, I don't think I would. I don't think I would punch anybody for 500k USD. I don't think I would punch anybody for 500k USD. I would, dumbass. It's okay, I'll understand. I donated it for $5. Not even Lando. Even if Lando was like, bro, punch me as hard as you can and split it. Give me 250k, you take 250k, and like, go ahead, hit me as hard as you want. I don't think I would. I would not. I legitimately don't think I would. I know you guys are like, you're lying, you would. I don't think I would. I will do it for 450k. Dude, I do it for 50? All right. This is like the actual truth, right? I remember getting into fights when I was like younger and stupider, more violent, and an asshole. Like, frankly, like I was an asshole. I think like if I, like back then, if I died, it would have been a net positive on the world because I was just like not a nice person, right? What do you mean was? Fuck you, dude. And I don't want to go back to being like that. Does that make sense? That's like the actual heartfelt end, like the 100% truth. Like, I don't want to go back to being like that. And I don't think that's worth $500,000. I don't think it's worth $1 million. I am like legitimately kind of proud that like I'm a better person now than I was. Yeah. To me, that's worth more than like, what if the baby was Hitler? Okay, I'm gonna entertain your stupid ass asinine question instant. Does baby Hitler have the mustache? If yes, maybe. If no, absolutely not. Because I wouldn't be able to tell. He's just a fucking baby, right? It's just a shapeless little blob of flesh. As an actual historian, yes he has. Okay, no punches. What about spearing someone? As an actual historian, no, he didn't. Okay. I think I should definitely go to PT. Who should I raid? Let's go ahead and end it because I got stuff I need to do. Thank you for hanging out with me, by the way. I appreciate it, everybody. All right. Maybe Lynn? Lynn's a good one. Maybe Nane? Let's do Lynn. We gotta return the love, right? We gotta return the favor. Let's do it. All right. What am I doing tomorrow? I'm playing a game, but I don't know what. Actually don't know what I'm playing. What should I play? Maybe the FMV game, maybe not. I don't know. All right, take care, everybody. What? YouTube? YouTube? Be good. Be good, okay? All right.